You write the tasks, you try to prioritize, but by 3 p.m. your day is already off the rails. What if you could hand that mental load over to a simple AI assistant? I tested a system that does exactly that, and it changed how I work completely. Forget everything you have heard about time tracking. Start here instead. That daily scramble through a frantic to-do list isn't a time management failure, it's a system failure from the very start. You are reacting to chaos, not directing your day. The key insight is you must control the list before it controls you. What this means is you need a filter, a way to decide what deserves your energy before you ever plan your time. And that mental tax accumulates. Every time you stare at that list and question, what now, you drain your most precious resource, your focused willpower. By mid-morning, you are exhausted from simply deciding. The pattern clearly indicates you are not managing time, you are burning your cognitive fuel on low-stakes administrative choices. So you try to power through, forcing focus on the wrong task. That's the critical error. What this means is you are applying willpower against a flawed strategy. The key insight? You are fighting a system designed to fail. True command requires a method that directs your effort before you ever need to force it. Stop. This next part changes everything. Building on that, forget tracking your time. Start tracking your attention. This single window becomes your strategic partner. The key insight is that instead of managing your scattered to-do list, you are now instructing a system that understands context. What this means is you move from being reactive to becoming the commander who defines what matters, aligning your effort with your actual priorities, not just urgency. Think of this space not as a tool, but as a cockpit. The system acts as your co-pilot, translating your high-level goals into precise daily actions. You are no longer sorting tasks. You are setting strategic intent. The pattern clearly indicates a shift from busy work to clear, directed momentum that pulls you forward. Picture this: you are a commander giving a single, crucial order to a seasoned officer. You state your objective, the hill to take. You do not micromanage every soldier's step. The key insight is that by declaring your ultimate goals and your available resources, the AI, like your trusted officer, calculates the exact sequence of maneuvers to secure your victory. Your role becomes purely strategic. Here's where most people completely miss the point. Building on that, ditch time tracking. It's fueling your burnout, not fixing it. I need you to stop right now. Open any note, your phone, a notepad, anything, and start writing. Do not edit or prioritize. Just dump every single thing occupying mental space, from big goals to tiny obligations. This total download is critical, because your mind is for having ideas, not for holding them all hostage. Get this total download down now. It's not about sorting, it's about freedom. By listing everything, you are breaking the cycle of mental clutter. This act of transfer converts vague anxiety into a concrete list, liberating your cognitive capacity. It's the essential first move to stop being overwhelmed and start being in command. Think of this as the mental factory reset your brain has been begging for. We are not just writing tasks down, we are surgically extracting the background noise that's been fragmenting your focus. This clears the runway so your next decision isn't clouded by what you might have forgotten. You are literally creating space for clarity to land. Most people skip this part. That's exactly why they stay stuck. Building on that, productivity gurus are wrong. Start tracking tasks, not time. But here's where they still fail. Your energy isn't a constant, and your calendar is full of hard stops. Simply listing tasks ignores reality. This prompt forces the AI to confront your actual day, your real capacity, not an ideal one. It's the crucial filter that transforms a random list into a strategic, executable plan tailored to your human limits. What if one sentence could become your strategic gatekeeper? This single sentence acts as your strategic gatekeeper. The key insight is that it does not just sort tasks, it interprets them through the lens of your day's to scarcest resources, time and cognitive fuel. It forces a ruthless triage. What this means is you stop fighting against your own capacity and start strategically working with it. But here's the twist most systems miss. An RBIR schedule isn't a cage. It is a declaration. It translates that ruthless priority list into the irreversible currency of minutes. The pattern is clear: you are not just planning time, you are pre-committing focus. And that commitment is what finally creates the space you have been fighting for. This is the detail that separates beginners from practitioners. Building on that, forget time tracking. Your to-do list is already lying to you. Now, do not simply accept its schedule. Your job here is crucial. Interrogate the AI's logic. Why did it sequence these tasks in this particular order? This analysis is where you move from passive observer to strategic commander of your own time, understanding the why behind the efficiency. Imagine you are a pilot, and the AI has filed your flight plan. This is the moment you take the controls. Blocking these tasks is your final pre-flight check. You are physically committing to the route, ensuring no other priority can divert you from reaching your critical destination. This act of scheduling is the command that launches the mission. With your engine started and your mission-critical tasks secured, you now survey the remaining list. This is not a mandate, but a map of opportunities. If conditions are perfect, you can climb higher. If turbulence hits, you know your primary objectives are already safe. This flexibility is your ultimate power in command. If you have been skimming, now is the time to pay full attention. Building on that, forget time tracking. The real problem is your meaningless to-do list. Manual methods are sabotaged by bias. You will push a familiar task forward or delay something daunting. This system removes that weakness entirely. It sees your commitments with pure logic, weighing what truly moves the needle against what merely feels urgent. The result is a cold, clear ranking you can trust, cutting through the noise of your own hesitation. But does not your brain resist grouping complex, unrelated tasks? This is the hidden tax on your time. The system's true power is that it does not just organize, it forces a logical sequence for your actual workflow, tackling dependencies you'd miss, so you stop starting over and finally build momentum. That moment of confusion, where you waste mental energy just deciding what to do next. It is gone. The key insight is that ambiguity itself is exhausting. This system eliminates that by providing a pre-sequenced, executable command. You are not just planning, you are receiving a direct, optimized instruction for your brain to follow without hesitation. Everything covered so far leads to this single idea. Stop managing time and start commanding attention by letting AI do the initial prioritization. A simple brain dump plus a strategic prompt can generate a logical, stress-free daily plan. Focus on building skills that create real impact.